All right, today we're going to talk about noble gas configuration. This is known as the shorthand method, and it helps us do electron configurations of elements that would have extremely long electron configuration. So, say for instance, if we are trying to get all the way to gold, that would take us forever to write that out. So what we're going to do instead is do this shorthand configuration in order to make our lives a little bit easier. So in order to do this, we have to know what our noble gases are on our periodic table, because noble gases are known as the most stable elements on the periodic table, and we use that property about them to say, well, if we've reached this noble gas, then everything that comes before it we know is going to be the same, and then maybe what comes after is what is going to change a little bit. And so we're going to use that mindset in order to write a noble gas configuration. So on your periodic table, these last elements are known as your noble gases. So they are at the end of an energy level. Okay? So helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon, these are your noble gases. I have these written out for you, so just make sure you know that they're all the way to the right-hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out the normal electron configuration of phosphorus and then show you how to change it so that it's the noble gas configuration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find phosphorus on my periodic table. I'm going to read my periodic table like a book, and I'm going to get all the way to phosphorus, which is in the 3p sublevel. So I have 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at phosphorus and find the noble gas that comes before it. So remember, my noble gases are only on the right-hand side, so I go up one row and over, and neon is the noble gas that comes before it. So what I'm going to do my noble gas configuration is I'm going to put neon in brackets. Okay, so this stands for I have already taken care of the configuration that is all the way through neon. So then I go back to my periodic table, and I'm going to restart up my electron configuration after neon. So neon was here, so I go to my next row, and now I'm in the third energy level, so I'm at 3s2. And then I keep going as I'm trying to reach phosphorus. And then I have 3p3. So basically what I did by putting neon into brackets, I got rid of the entire configuration for neon, which is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, since neon is at the end of the 2p sublevel. So this right here is my noble gas configuration. Okay, so let's do another one like this. So I asked for manganese. So manganese is all the way in this 3D sublevel. So I'll write out the configuration. Make sure you're able to get this. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3d5. Okay? So I'm at 3d5 for manganese. So again, I want to put this into noble gas configuration. So go to manganese, and if I'm looking for the noble gas that comes right before it, I go up one level and all the way to the right. And so I hit argon. So that's what's going into brackets. And then I can continue my configuration after it. So argon is at the end of the 3p sublevel. So now I'm at 4s if I were to continue my configuration. So I have 4s2, and then manganese, remember, is in our D sublevel, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. So we're one behind 3d5. So now for this one, I have to make sure that argon is taken care of in the configuration. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. This right here is argon's configuration because argon's at the end of the 3p sublevel, and then I pick up my configuration after. Okay? All right, so now for iodine and cesium, I am just going to do the noble gas configuration. So iodine is all the way down here, so I go one up and all the way over, so krypton is my noble gas. So I put that into brackets, and then I continue my noble gas configuration afterwards. So after krypton, I am now, let's see, after krypton, let's into the 4. So now I'm in my 5s. So I'm trying to get all the way to iodine, remember. So I have to go all the way through my 5s2, my 4d10, and then back into my 5p4. Sorry, 5. Okay. So we are at 5s2, 4d10, and then 5p5. It's really the same thing as what we're doing with electron configuration, but now you can just start a little bit later by using this noble gas in order to cut off the beginning part. Okay, so now let's look at cesium. Cesium is here. So we go one up if we're looking for the last noble gas, and we go all the way over. So now we have xenon. So xenon is what's going to be in brackets. And then remember, we continue our electron configuration after it. So after xenon, we are in the 6s, and cesium happens to be the first one. So now we have 6s1. And there you go.